over the weekend, we got some information about what's going on with Ubisoft, what they're talking about. We have this: Ubisoft considering a buyout with Tencent to take the company private.
Yeah, we've been calling this for ages. We didn't think it would be Tencent, but we said either Microsoft or Sony, but Tencent, man, dude, everyone's acting like this is a dub, by the way. This is a fucking huge L. If anything, this could get a lot fucking worse.
Oh boy, this is gonna get worse before it gets better.
We were always like, holy shit, Ubisoft could, like, how can Ubisoft get worse? Right fucking now.
Right now, we're having it out!
If this happens, Ubisoft may fucking get a lot worse in terms of quality, in terms of trying to push more games out. That's fucking insane. I didn't think it was possible.
Even if you leave the China shit out, let's assume it being a Chinese company that has oversight from the Chinese government on it. Let's take that completely out. Do you really think Yves Guillemot is going to give up control of that company? He is still going to be heavily involved. And taking a company private doesn't mean that he doesn't own part of the company. You can have multiple owners of private companies. So he could sell enough of the company and enough of other people's stakes in the company and allow him to still be an owner in the company, not the majority owner. But if he's still running the company, which he's going to want to keep control of, and he's still a part owner, and he has the finances of Tencent to help, the third biggest gaming company in the world, well, Ubisoft is fucked.
Fuck me, right?
Because they will just keep going down the same road. He's not going to learn the lessons.
No.
What lessons did he learn? He just earned a shit ton of money, and he's able to fund the company without really most of the risk at all.
Yeah, everybody should know who've been watching like world news for the last 20 years. The companies who take bailouts like this is basically in a way a bailout if they agree to this deal. Tencent, pumping in a bunch of cash to revive this company, get it back onto a track that they perceive to be, back on the right track. It's going to just trash it.
No, but you're right. You're right. The company they're not even really failing upwards because he's failing upwards personally. The company itself will continue to fail. Tencent doesn't have a great track record outside of China. They buy into a lot of companies. Tencent is basically just part owners of everything in gaming at this point. So to think that Tencent's going to have a positive impact, I don't even think they're going to have a negative impact either. I think it's a neutral impact. The only thing they're going to do is they're going to keep funding the studios. Tencent is such a big company, they can't keep track of the shit they own.
Wait, do I own this one? Or is that the other guy?
I don't think they're going to push DEI, but they're not going to stop DEI. Like, it's a neutral...
Ubisoft's just going to be able to do whatever they want, but now they have more funding to do it. They were losing money, and now this is a guaranteed way they can just keep being shit. This is not
that's if this goes through.
Because if the circumstances were such as you have described them, but with me in them, that's a very different and scary outcome for those involved. If.
Yeah, like, it may
to be
still
fair,
not go through.
It would have to be approved by shareholders. This could be a negotiation tactic to get another big company to come in. Now, the thing is, with a public company like this, they legally have to accept the highest bid. So if Tencent decides to offer a ridiculous amount that no one else can match, Tencent is going to get this. But also, they're not going to be able to make that money back off Ubisoft.
Good Lord! That's a lot of money! How about I give you 10 cents and you give me the good news?
No. What other company wants Ubisoft, though? That's the thing.
What other companies would be able to pay for Ubisoft? Well, I would look at companies of Ubisoft's like stature and higher. Right? Because other companies could probably mortgage shit to get Ubisoft, and they may be willing to try. For example, EA. They could probably take out a shit ton of loans as collateral and be able to purchase Ubisoft. But again, that's assuming Tencent then just drops out and says, no, we don't care that much.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Because, again, the company is legally required to accept the best deal possible. I think someone like EA might. That's the lowest end of a company that would be able to afford it, right? Take-Two. I think that's a company that
That's
could
true.
definitely afford it. I don't think they will, but they could.
Pretty sure they'd be
Sony,
happy with what they have already. Trying to jump
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
I just don't think any of these companies fucking want them though. That's the thing.
Is,
well, yeah,
is
I don't think
Microsoft still on their buyout streak?
Buy them out, boys.
Hey, what the hell's going on?
Oh, I didn't get rich by writing a lot of checks.
no, they can't.
No.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to. It will not get past.
They're
the
shutting down.
regulators.
Yeah.
The FTC will not allow them to go buy another company.
Okay.
There will be the U.S. government will threaten monopoly shit. Like the
They'll
company
step
is
in.
way
That's
too
right.
big. The Blizzard Activision thing barely went through. They're not
Yeah.
going to allow another one within a couple of years. And then also, you get the fact that they lied under oath to the FTC. That's a fucking thing. And they're laying a bunch of people off from studios they acquired recently.
Yeah.
A potential one could be Amazon.
Mm.
We could also get
It's possible.
Google if Google feels like they can try to step back into the gaming space.
What?
Maybe Google goes and says we can acquire this company. We have the money to. I mean,
Oh yeah, they do.
Apple
Link's got the
Apple
cash.
could get involved in gaming as well. You look at Apple, they're trying to get involved more in entertainment. They do have the App Store. They could be like, well, maybe we can make ports of games on the iPhone and make them iPhone exclusives or something like that. There's a ton of possibilities, and Tencent is one of them. Another possibility is a company buys it and then they sell off a bunch of IPs to people.
Yep.
Like maybe Tencent buys it, but as part of the deal and as a way to recoup funds, they sell a couple of they sell Rain Man and Rabbids to Nintendo or something, right? That's a possibility as well.